Hey, Patty, Greg, African Orchard. Hey, Scotty, Saints, Adele, Jasper, Bunny. How's my audio doing? Bill, Foxy. I don't know what that was. Oh, the Oscars. See what quick cat. What the? Hey, Ollie, Freaky Fitch Lady, Aquatic Nurse. Yeah, I started ripping fish out and ain't quite no good. I gotta figure out. I'll do the old pop bottle trick and catch these little burgers. Hey, Scuba. Scuba Steve. I couldn't get all the White Cloud or the my that streaming soul tails out of the 125 earlier. I like to give me a pop bottle trap in there to see if I can't trap them all. That's good, Greg. Hey, Birch. Yeah, we haven't worked yesterday. Top of time, what's happening? Night, ain't. Hey, Chris. I got found both my bristlenose placos out of 20, 12, 24, 12 I bought. Found two of them. Kind of looks like I'm gonna have the male is brown and the female is gonna be albino. So, so kind of fun stuff I get out of that. I had a third one, but I can't find it for some reason. It was smaller than the other ones, anyways. They might did Mike Dingle pull and putting right there for the Oscars. Supposed to be getting two more sometime or another. I ain't good. So hot. I didn't smash mine or nothing. I don't know what happened. It's just by the cord of it, it's like almost comes across and it's like straight down into my toe. So yeah. got dug out earlier and can't get it to stay out. It don't feel good out there, yo. Trust me. Happy birthday, Silver. Who the heck think I might do this late at night? I don't know. Sounds like fun. Lurk. Just I'm playing where I want to put my thing. I know I got 55. I need more on this side of the worm. I got 40-gallon set up yet. 40-gallon breeder set up yet. 20 gallon long, 20-gallon tall set up yet. 10 or 12 10 set up yet. 29 set up yet. 330 set up. Another 55 to set up. Hey, Nana. Oh, I like those pygmy coys. I can't find them nowhere. That's true there, Bill. I ain't worried about it. It's just taking painkillers. Every time it starts really hurting when I got to work, it's just getting old. Hmm. I know they done that. Right now, Bill, I do. But since I get my tank set up, I'm gonna rip all my heaters out. There'll be only two tanks that have heaters. Supposed to be the Florida Flagfish, which will be on the other side of the wall of my white clouds. I'm gonna keep it 60 degrees over there. That's where my computer's gonna be at. Gonna have it nice and cool. Where I'm gonna be at. And this part where I'm at now is gonna be heated about 80 degrees. I got me my furnace and stuff on top of natural gas, and I got a natural gas wall heater that my buddy gave me. Well, I traded. That and the 10-gallon tank that was his daughter's that seen up not staying with it for it was a $50 light bar that I used to want on the fire department. So I can't complain. Real deal. I know how that is. I got right now. I got one, two, three, four, five, six 200-watt heaters, 100-watt heater, and two 50-watt heaters, and going. And I see the same difference as it is to one of my electric heater at 80. All about natural gas, so it's a quick heat. It heats up quicker and seems to stay at temperature better. Actually, I plan on getting rid of my 10s, my 20s, my 29s, well, the one that my white clouds are in, probably the 30s, and going on 55 and above. Hey, Ray, Aquatics, doing good. How you been? Ain't seen you in a long time. I think the last time I talked to you was Triple Clown. Hey, Nathan. That's good, Nathan. Sorry about your headaches. What up, Kenny E? No, Kenny, you missed it. You missed a good duckweed dance. I had it all over me. I hate that crap. Yeah, good to see you again, War. Hi, Dale. Better you than me. Yeah, hey, Agri Garden. I had homemade chicken Alfredo. What we had for dinner. All right, Nathan. Made no right. Back me lunch for tomorrow. Take to work. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking silver. That ain't good, Saints. Smoke keepers and crackers. All right, at this time you always smell skunk. Crazy hillbillies. He had a turn. Oh, here lately, wow, I've been seeing a lot of skunks. Man, those are breeding season yet. Ah, so the other day I was gonna go to Friday. I was gonna go hit the one creek up there by work, and we ended up getting a big flood Thursday, and I sat that out. Dang on. The only these raccoons that's there at the house, they're big, big raccoons. And other mom and dads ain't that big. Like, golly. Gonna take me a couple of them, make some current hats out of them. Hey, gone, Nathan. I bet, Nana. Good day, Mark. Good night, GRB. Doing pretty good. About you, GRB? I need to have a Pleco case somewhere. How many would one Pleco cave work for a pair? Do I need to add a couple more in there? See if that the remember the cave fish expo up there, Horse Cave, and talked to the guy about it. Looked at me, said, "I don't know hot water process. Go ahead, take it." He said, "If we see any more, they'll take them. Get rid of them." Yeah, no, believe it or not, when I used to race my game file, I had them out in tie codes, the Worcesters out in tie codes and stuff. Never had a single one of those tie codes get killed. They always went for my board pins. I don't know why. Now, I got both pairs in a or the pair of my 125 bill. I thought I found a couple more. I come across a couple more, put in there. Everything, God, what's happening? And there he is. I got two Plecos and a 125, and I just throw some waivers in there, and when I shut the lights off, and they doing good, doing fine. I got prison also. My actually put them in my 40-gallon breeder. And of course, you got to be on top of the tank when I'm sitting there. Florida flagfish. I need to pull out 125. Is that the other one? Nope. Short tail. Uh, every day, and then I'll skip a day throughout the week, usually 2, 3 times a day. My 125, I feed a little heavy. My 110, I feed a little heavy. My 38, I feed a little heavy. But they got a bunch of fry in there. I use Tetra, Tetra Flakes. I've been jumping between them and Dan or not Dan's Fish, Ken's Fish for trying to see which one I like better. You can as long as you keep up with your water parameters or your water changes. Yes, man, that dollar a gallon or the ants per gallon wool. It's crazy. Uh-oh. What you get in? What you get? Get up there and show us. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. Ooh, nice. So you ain't got them yet. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, me some rubber bands. Hey, and I'm thinking about doing a saltwater tank. Still thinking about it. Let me get my first one done first. That ain't no good, Greg. That'd be good. That'd be nice seeing. Uh-oh. Looks like Greg ain't having a good night. All right, yeah, you go live. I won't be able to make it. It was in the afternoon. I got to replay though. I got to replay for sure. Like everybody else's. Anyway, You any fish for your birthday there at Silver Creek? What the heck? I don't really know who that is. Tommy Four Fingers.
Yeah, Silver Creek, man.
Oh, Silver Creek. I was like, what the heck
Yeah.
is this?
I put 37 in a row. That's how old I am today.
How you been?
Good, man. How are you doing, buddy?
Nah, doing pretty good.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. I'm just getting ready at the end of the night, about to go in and freaking retire for the rest of the evening. Thought I'd come on and say hi. Tell everybody thank
Yeah.
you for all the birthday wishes.
Maybe if I go bed, I got about 10 fish I got to pull out of my 125. I don't know what happened.
You gotta pull 10 of them out?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I think it was kind of my fault. Oh, might not sure me so. So I'm looking at about one, two, three, about 8 big females back there that's still swimming around.
Yeah. What are the others doing? Kind of gasping, or what's going on?
Everyone else is fine. I'm trying to catch my Florida flakefish. I still got a pair in there to get yet.
Ah.
I done got one pair out. I need to get my other pair out.
Heck yeah. Hey, I still have not got my freaking cloud minnows to spawn. They're showing all the
Yeah.
signs and doing all the stuff, but I don't see no babies yet. Maybe it just takes longer than I thought, but
Huh.
man.
I'm on probably five different sizes now.
Jeez, what do you keep your temperature at? Is that the differential that I have? Am I keeping them too warm?
You got a heater in there?
Yeah.
Take the heater out.
Well, yeah, I got guppies in there.
Oh, that's probably your problem. The guppy's probably eating your babies.
Dang it, really?
Yeah.
Ah! I just put the guppies in there too, like 2 weeks ago. It's mostly guppy babies. It's
How many white clouds you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10.
Get yourself probably 20
I've got
gallon
that.
long.
I've got this tank that's empty. It's just got snails in it. I could stick them in that. It's got a
Yes,
pretty good
pour
amount
them
of
in there.
flow.
Not unplug your heater too. There's a heater in there.
Yeah,
They like
they
it
s-
warm temperature. They're cold water fish.
yeah. I had them without a heater in a oh shoot, what was it? It was
No,
1 of the 10 gallons without a heater
they're
for a while,
they're
but they still didn't do anything.
they're egg scatters, bunny. They pretty much
Hmm.
wax, shovel moss, anything that's across the bottom,
Elodia,
bare bottom tank.
yeah. Anywhere they can find somewhere to throw eggs, they will. Kind of like Corey's.
Yeah,
Corey's will put eggs anywhere.
mine's a bare bottom tank with java moss, probably a handful of java moss, and they're reproducing like crazy.
Dude, that's what I got in this tank too. I've got like it's like an 18-inch tower of freaking Java moss. That's what's right there in the middle.
Berry white clouds are cold water fish.
Okay, fine, I'll move them. I'll start over again for like the 17th millionth time.
They're high. They don't like it over 74, which they would handle over 74 degrees, but it shortens their lifespan.
No, really? Yeah, right now they're sitting at about 73, 74. I'm completely judging this by my fingers in the tank only.
So I know a guy that keeps them at 60 degrees.
That's what I had them at. I had them between like Oh man, during the winter I didn't have, well, I mean it's still winter, but up until like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when I built this tank, I had them in a 10 gallon that had no heater in it for like 3 months, and I
Yeah,
think the
thank you,
average.
Dale. Thank you, Bunny. They are cold water fish. I know my white clouds. If I had my choice, that'd be all I deal with.
Are they cold water? Well, I mean, I don't, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, mountain fish in heavy flow streams. I mean, that would be. I don't know. I can't really say much. I've only been in the hobby for a year, so I'm not. I'm not. I'm not about to be that guy.
I, hey, Belinda's. If I said that right, if not, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've bought my white clouds recently to keep my after I cycle my tanks to keep them cycled
Yeah,
because they're cheap
yeah.
and
They do good in anything.
I fell in love with them. And long fin later, yeah,
One of these days, I'll reach Obi-Wan status like you with the White Clouds and get these guys to freaking Barry Manilow it up.
I want to work on getting gold white clouds, the Fatamis white clouds, the short fins again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, JLB, as long as you feed them white, they're breeding any temperature.
Yeah, I was doing feeding them 3 times a day and doing like the same thing that I would do with my Corys and throwing like some cold rainwater in the tank just to get them in the mood.
Yeah, and they can handle the high temperatures,
Mm-hmm.
but it stresses them out enough where it shortens their life.
Hmm. Yeah, I've definitely had mine at higher temperatures too. Like during the summer, at one point they were, oh my gosh, y'all are gonna like, here come the fish police on me. But I had them up to like 80, 84, 85 degrees for, oh man, it was like 5, 6 days straight that the temps were there before I finally got them to drop down to like 81 for probably about a month, and then I got it to lower down from that. No heaters, no nothing. It was just before I did all the insulation and everything in my shed. They were running warm. Cold water fish die if exposed to over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Hmm. Yeah, they definitely handled higher than that. Yeah, my minnows have run between from 55 to 85. I've put them through hell, absolute hell, but it's balancing out now, or balanced out now. What do you keep your tank at, Griff?
Warm temperature.
Room temperature?
Yeah.
It's like what, like
Usually about
65,
68.
68? Gotcha.
Whatever my damn thermometer is, whatever never been done with it.
Okay. I'm gonna net them out tomorrow then and put them in this other tank. It's got an internal filter in it that's got a like a spray bar that flows across. And I know they like that heavier flow. They like playing in that flow. So I'll throw them in that and pull the heater out because it's not gonna get too cold in there. It'll still stay.
I ain't saying that they thrive in high temperatures. And I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it just stretches them out. Like if you take like tropical fish and put them in a 60-degree water, it's gonna stretch them out. Same way.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'm sure it has a lot to do with the metabolism of the
Yeah.
fish. Some fish will thrive
Hey
with,
there.
oh, there we go. He'll explain it.
All right, look, I know everybody's mad at me, and I really don't really fucking care. But let's get a few. You know, here's one of the problems I have is people will talk about things and not know the proper terminology.
Hey,
Okay.
for the record, I said I can't say much. I don't know. So.
All right. If we start from warmest to coldest, all right, we have tropical fish. Those are your warmest fish. Those are fish found in along the equator, and they're the warmest fish we're gonna keep. Think of discus, rams,
Yeah.
angelfish,
Rams,
shit like
yeah.
that.
80,
Okay, those
82,
are
84.
right. Those fish will fall apart. They will die at low in temperatures. By the time you hit 60 degrees, you're putting those fish in stress, and they might survive it.
Shit.
But
Some of the
all right,
rams now die once you hit below 75.
right.
Yeah.
All right. The next group down is called subtropical. Okay, those are fish that are also found in the equator, but they're in higher elevations. They're gonna get mountain runoff. They're not gonna fall apart at temperatures below 60 degrees. They may not be as active, but they're gonna go. Then the next term down is called temperate, and that's
Mm-hmm.
most of the fish in the freshwater hobby are going to be capable of temperate temperatures, meaning they can take swings as long as it doesn't happen suddenly. They're not, they can go as low as maybe even into the 40s. They'll go kind of hypnotic. They're not going to eat, but you
Like your
can warm them back
catfish and
up into
salmon that
the
will
upper
spawn from
80s.
different areas.
Yeah.
And right, the temperate means there's a swing in there. Okay, then the next one down is cold water. Okay, cold water are like, think of mountain trout and stuff like that, where if they get above 70 degrees, they do not have a gill structure capable of handling high temperatures, and they just die. They don't have it. They're made to be constantly in cold water. So, like, you take goldfish, white cloud mountain minnows, zebra danios, whatever. Those are temperate fish. They're not cold water fish. They're temperate fish, and that's it. And man, I'm not trying to be an asshole to anybody. I'm just saying let's. I want to teach people, and you got to understand the terms. Okay, tropical is your warmest fish. Though they're going to fall apart sooner in cold water. Then you have
Mm-hmm.
subtropical. Then you have temperate, which means they take a wide range where they can go down pretty goddamn low, and they can go pretty goddamn high. And they usually have a spawning season and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
True cold water fish will not tolerate temperatures over 70 degrees. They just do not have the gill structure for
So
it,
Scoob's
because cold
asking
water,
what is temperate, tolerant, warm and cold. Temperate,
it
what that's
varies.
going to be, the reason that they go from between cold and warm is because of
And
their
that's all I
spawning
wanted to
habits.
say, man.
So once
I
they
know.
get to a cooler weather, they're going to go to that spawning habit of the cooler weather.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was answering Scoob's question there. Didn't mean to step over, but yeah. They tolerate both, yeah, warm and cold, but yeah, like I said, it's gonna be, I think, dictative mostly upon like their spawning habits, or the temperature is going to dictate their spawning habits. Just like when the water temperature reaches a certain cool temperature, they're gonna rush towards more of the estuaries to run to their spawning. because that's like their signal, like the bat signal is going. It's like this is the time to do
Yeah.
that. So those are your temperates. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Ian. That I would
Yeah,
definitely agree.
he is right with the different temperatures. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, I always been told that White Claws is cold water.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I've been like was freaked out when they were getting up to that warmer temperature and stuff that I had them at. But I mean, they were troopers.
Yeah, they handle it pretty good, but they don't last as long. I mean, they're good fish to last 5 6 years, and you put them in a tropical tank, they might last 2 years,
Oh
2 to
shoot.
3 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Warmer temperature increases the metabolism of the
Yeah,
fish.
which stresses them out, which are,
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be knowing that because of how warm they were running. So if I don't have any more cloud minnows in about a year and a half to 2 years,
how many times you feeding them?
right now I'm feeding them 3 times a day between flake, daphnia, and like once a week I'll do bloodworms.
Yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
good.
dude, they also have like a good natural food web in there. Like I throw in a bunch of leaf litter from my pond, and like I make sure there's no nymphs or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of muck like all over these leaves. And the moment I throw it in the tank, man, they're just like going after it, eating it all. Before the
Yeah,
leaf even like drops to the bottom, the leaf is like picked completely clean of all of the muck. I'm like, good God. They were hungry, but yeah, no, they've got a lot. They've got a lot of that like
that is
microfauna
that is
that's
true,
in there
Greg.
for them.
One. Ah, that is true, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, I just think of it like it's same thing with all of
Hey,
my
Triple
birds
A.
and stuff too. It's like, do I want to eat the same
I
thing every day? No.
I don't feed my White Clouds baby brine shrimp, and I feed them um regular fish flake, and they just as good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I kind of went the food web route with this, so that way they know that there's a constant food source in the tank.
What all you got in that tank that you gonna put them in, plant
Oh,
wise?
in the that this is it right here.
You got
Plant
any
wise, it's Val, Crypt, Wintii Bronze, some Ludwigia. It's the four stem Ludwigia with the red underside. I don't know exactly which one it
you got
is, but
any shovel moss?
there's no moss in that tank, but I definitely have enough moss where I can throw some
Throw
in it.
throw a handful throw a handful on this part of the tank and a handful on this part of the tank. Give them two separate spawning areas,
Yeah.
and then that's what I did, and they're doing good for me. And I've been feeding mine once a day, and they're reproducing like crazy.
Heck yeah. All right, yeah, I'll get that worked on soon. I think my thermometer died. My thermometer shows that it's 82 degrees in this tank, but it's definitely not. That's why I did like the
So
finger
I
test.
have noticed that with them too. Is when I had them in my fish room, they stopped reproducing at
Yeah,
78 degrees. They totally stopped. And when I brought them back upstairs, they phew.
yeah, yeah. Ian, there's guppies in it. There's sunset guppies and a clown pleco and a singular pygmy cory.
Now that pygmy color might be eating eggs too.
I need that pygmy cory to have a lot of homies though. Yeah, I'll just leave the pygmy in here and
Because
get the minnows out of it and put them in this tank. God, that's so hard. Everything's reversed.
mine ain't I leave mine in the same tank, and they reproduce in the same tank. There,
Yeah.
Chris. But I think what might be happening too is the guppies are picking off the fly, and the koi might be grabbing some of their eggs too, eating them.
Now, will snails eat the eggs? Because this tank over here is full of. Oh my gosh, dude! There's probably 100 mystery snails in it.
I'm not sure about snails.
Snails eat pygmy eggs. Uh-oh. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Well, if they eat pygmy eggs, and they might eat white cloud eggs too.
Yeah. Yeah, because white cloud eggs are a lot smaller.
Yeah, yep. Thank you, Bunny.
Well, dang. I guess I may have to put those white clouds in one of my grow tanks then, because these are plant only.
Yeah.
But they're all like the dirted tank, father fish style tank with plants in them. So I've got like a compost soil underneath the
That'll be
plants,
fine.
no heater. And like the plants are definitely producing oxygen.
What's over there? That
Bubbles
third,
all over them.
What's that right there in that third tank, right behind the big tank on top?
This one?
Yeah.
That's full of val. Like really long val. It's like 16 to 18 inch long plus val in there.
Throw some of them in there, and then throw some in another one.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of Rotala, moss, the Swassertong,
You know-
and this one, and
You
then
know how to-
this one's all Crips.
You know how to tell them apart?
The sexes of the
Yeah.
minnows? No, not a clue.
The males would have a red upper lip.
A
The
red
females
upper
won't.
lip.
And the
No
females won't.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm like staring at them now. Wow, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's like
There
they
you
got
go.
lipstick
There you
on.
go, Tommy.
Heck yeah. Sweet. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just throw them in the Val tank then, because that Val's
cool.
like rolling all over that whole entire 10-gallon, like from the
Throw
front
like
to the back.
Trail in there, throw a trail in another, throw a trail in the other, and try all three tanks. Surely one of them's going to reproduce for you.
Ah, heck yeah. I'm going to
Hey,
handle
don't-
it, man.
Hey, don't hurt. Try different setups too. See which one does better.
Yeah.
Oh, this one does really good. Let me set up a bigger tank. Put them all in there.
Not bad. Not a bad idea. I got a bunch of Elodia too. I bet they'd like that Elodia because I use it as a floater.
Yeah, I was in the same boat this year, which I had them in the 38 back here, no 29 back here.
Mhm.
Never had got them reproduced. Been trying, never got them. Moved them to the 55 that was over there. Virtually couldn't get them reproduced. I threw 2 heaters in there. So I started getting black beard allergy.
Mm-hmm.
And my mud guppies was blowing up like crazy. Hey, Sonic
yeah.
Products. So I pulled them out, turned on the heaters, got it to temperature, for my mud guppies over there, and all that black beard allergy disappeared.
All them guppies started munching on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can show you the setup I had. I forgot.
It's crazy. I've only got one tank that's got blackbeard algae, and it's the 120 behind me here. But it only grows on the Ludwigia when it hits a certain point of light. So
Yeah.
if it's below a certain line of the tank, which is like it's 24
Hey.
inches tall, so 2 foot tall. So if it's below like that 8-inch mark from the top, there's no blackbeard algae below that. But like all of the Ludwigia above that 8-inch point, growing on it. There are even colony breeders. Mine are colony breeding in a cherry shrimp tank. Tons of shrimplets too. Snails eat unfertilized eggs. Mysteries and rams specifically.
All right, thank you,
Okay.
Foxy.
That
See, I
might
didn't know that
cover.
about mysteries either because I tried mysteries once and they just kind of I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But if you look, there's that 55 I had them in, and over there, that corner tank, that's that 29 I got finally got them reproducing. Then below it, I had a 10, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can see the tops of the right there under the 2x4. I had three tens running up through there long ways out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what this is up here is 310s. And then down below, this is a 10 down here. This one right here is a 20 long. And then I got a 10 below, but it's just Ludwigia red growing down below with that super light on it.
Yeah.
I want it to go nuts.
What you got in that big tank, Molly's?
Yeah,
Gold
quite
Molly's?
a few things actually. There's a mix of gold Sylphin and Lyretail, black Molly Sylphin Lyretail, Serpe Tetras, Bolivian Rams, Denison Barbs, Pogo, my Pleco that's like a foot long, and a black ghost knife, and oh, the list
Hey,
goes on,
I know those
and
awesome.
two cribs, but
Nice.
it's a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot with a 40-gallon sump on it, and I do a water change and clean the sump out once a week. It's a freaking poop generator, man.
Yeah.
It is straight up a poop generator.
Those were on my 10-gallon racks stands.
Oh, nice. Green waters.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know how. The rack that's over here
Mm-hmm.
is that kind of rack.
Nice. Yeah, those are great for growing fry out and stuff. They're great
And
for
then that,
anything, really.
where my computer is, which we're going to move over there, and we're going to put a wall up, make this my tropical side, and have my other side.
Mm-hmm.
But 220s on that side, and probably 230s,
Oh, wow.
130. Or I might do the 40 on that. 40 on that side, probably. And then we'll do 230s on top, 29 on the bottom on that rack with another 29 on that side. With my computer desk is, I'm probably going to try to do 255s and do a 30
Mm-hmm.
next to it, 30 gallon long, and then try to find me another 30-gallon long, put below it,
Nice.
and then I got my 216 or 10-gallon racks going to go back here. 38 is going to be moved down. That 55 is
Mm-hmm.
going to be moved down.
Gotcha. Heck yeah, man. You got a lot coming up.
Yeah, a lot
A
of
lot of
moving.
work to do. What the hell are you
Oh,
doing on YouTube, man? You need to get busy.
yeah, I need to start doing videos again.
Yeah, I've been busy as hell today. I've been cleaning out an area, piling up trash to take to the dump. Got a big old metal pile going now. Cleaned out an area for my aquatic plant nursery, the grow beds and holding tanks for aquatic plants, because I'm gonna have some drop shipped to me for selling. So
Yeah,
for shipping out. So I'm getting all of that stuff set up and ready to go. Be in freaking aquatic plant heaven come spring. So I'm really excited about it. I got a lot more done today than I thought I would. I got the whole area cleaned out. Got the freaking 3 foot by 6 foot plywood holding tank so far. Almost done and ready. Got the edges caulked, and then I'm gonna. I got a pond liner on the way. I'm gonna put a pond liner in it, and then some little totes, like not totes, but like Tupperware, like little Tupperware
Yeah.
totes. Put those in there. Fill those with soil. Let those be the substrate.
I've actually thought about breeding for my angel breeders in the 29s, my pairs.
Mm-hmm.
I hear people put me.
It's not lit up, but that's what I've got over here is my 29.
I heard people put me the breeding pairs in 20s, but I think 29 is a little bit more better.
Yeah, that's fine for breeding angelfish.
Yeah.
I would dare to say it's actually better because if you're putting any vertical surface or cones or anything like that, or whatever the internet's telling you to put in your tank to breed angelfish, I mean, that's 29's like the perfect size to run most all of that.
Well, I've actually thought about it instead of put my 230s on top of this rack. Thought about doing 2 more 29s on top, and then see if I can do 29 long ways.
Yeah.
Have
I mean,
5.
29's what, like half of a 55?
Yeah.
Like if you put two 29s side by side, you've practically got like a 55 as far as like the footprint and everything goes.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
I think
case.
55s are 2 foot tall though, aren't they? Or are they 20?
20, 18.
18? Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it's 13 by 18.
Okay, gotcha.
I think. Don't hold me
Dude,
to that.
Guy across the street has a 55 gallon just sitting out in his yard that's been sitting out there for God knows how long. He was like, hey, how much you think I can get for it? I was like, oh, dude, probably about $1 per gallon to somebody on the internet. Now I looked at it and it's got like a big chip out of the glass that's like this long, which I'm sure it'll still hold water and be fine. But I was like, yeah, you're going to get people look at that and they're not going to pay that much for it. But I was like, if you want to sell it, I'm your guy, so holler at me soon, because I want it. So hopefully I'll have that. I haven't had a 55 gallon yet.
I got my mom and dad's whistle that was made in '97. Still holding water. That's where my angels are at now.
Yeah.
Then I got the blackback 55. Then my best friend, she has the blueback 55.
Nice.
She had 2 Oscars in a 5 gallon. Yeah. So she's borrowing my 55 until she can get her bigger tank. If not, I might be getting up with 2 more Oscars. That put me up to 5 Oscars. If that's the case, I might get me one of those rectangle swimming pools put right there.
Oh, heck yeah. You'd be competing with June on them Oscars.
Oh, messed up guppy. Toss it in the Oscar pond. Hey, why not? Lazy bitch throwing it away.
6 packs. Okay, she's saying we list the 6 packs for $30 for the pygmies. They need friends. Oh, okay. Well, now I know where to get my pygmies from. Own it. And my wife is not going to tell me no because it's my birthday.
In fact, how many buggies I need to bring with me and air pumps? In fact, I need to talk to you too. So sometime next couple of days, I'll message you on Facebook. I'll be up that way in July. July 9th, and I'll be streaming on the wheel probably.
Yeah.
There you go, 30 by 12 by 18, so 29 gallon.
There you go.
No, the
Okay.
20 gallon highs have the 55. Because
That's
you
what
can
it
use
is
20
then.
gallon tall lids on the 55.
Okay. Yeah, with the
Dang it,
12-inch
Nathan.
pane. Well, then, okay. Well, okay, yeah. So then the lid would, well, no. I've got a 12-inch pane on the 29, but it doesn't actually cover it all the way. There's like 4 inches on each side of the glass. But it's great because I can leave it on, and then there's just like that few inches that I can put the food in.
Yeah.
So
So I like my 30 gallon longs.
I
They're
want to
pretty
get one of
quick.
those, a 30 or a 33 long. I've got the 20 long right here, but those are great tanks. I'm jealous of 30 longs.
I got the 30 long is the same dimension as a 38 gallon. Only difference is it's like 6 or 7 inches taller. I can't remember their scuba.
Yeah, there's only so many sizes of glass before you get into custom stuff.
Yeah. What the heck?
Oh, scuba going fancy shrimp, huh? What kind of carradina you thinking of getting, Scoob? I haven't been brave enough for them yet.
I'm trying something here. Foxy, don't bother that, Foxy. Huh. There's a standard moderator now and a managing moderator. What's the difference?
No clue.
That's the first time I've seen that. If that's the
Y-
case, if they're a little bit different, I might change some of my mods I trust into managing moderators. To them what they're
Oh, standard managing moderator. Yeah, managing moderator has more capabilities.
okay.
I don't know exactly like what the difference is.
That's the
Sorry, I had
first
a
time I've seen
brain
that.
fart. Yeah, they switch. I think it. I don't know when they started it, but I noticed it like 2-3 weeks ago that they were putting that on there. I was like, wait a minute, what's the difference between these two? But yeah, it'll show you when you're selecting it. It'll show you what the standard moderator has access to, and then what a managing mod has access to. I mean, and really, a managing mod is like what you would expect to have for just your standard mod that you would normally select.
All right, Foxy.
Just like here, we're gonna have 2 tiers of mods for people.
All managing mod can mod the mods. Hey, Stephen P.
Salient, I use a laptop and sometimes I use my cell phone. but very rarely because I always have issues with it. Anytime you're like hooking up to a cell phone and you've got like Bluetooth stuff going on a cell phone and you're trying to stream, expect epic failure. Lesson number 342 of live streaming.
I'll have to catch Danikin next time.
Steepy.
Foxy, your mod system should change. I don't know if it's any difference or not.
Some mods have special powers, some mods have no powers, and just a blue name. How does that make y'all feel? It's all like, why did they separate it up into two in the first place? You know?
Steven?
Foxy's got a big wrench now. Is my laptop Bluetooth or hardwired? My what? I mean, you're looking at me on it right now. It runs on Wi-Fi. I don't know. I'm like the most technologically illiterate person that streams on YouTube. I can probably promise you that. I have no clue. I'm
What
not
the
hardwired
heck?
to internet.
What the heck's that stuff? Who done
What?
that?
What is it?
Cool.
Did you find some new stuff on there?
Hey, might rather turn on scrappers only mode.
Oh yeah, Chris. I run.
Yes,
It runs
Ian.
on Wi-Fi.
More it's like more buttons. Hey, Gina.
Gina. Sweet.
I'm gonna need some people to help me control the other mods too. They get let out of hand. Like GRB there, he always gets out of hand there. Maybe GRB just kid.
Yeah, and we got enough mods around these parts. They'll tear into people too.
And the mods I got, I trust
They
them
ain't
enough
scared.
that they ain't gonna do nothing
Mm-hmm.
to wreck my streams or anything. So I know them.
Yeah,
I
that
think
helps a
Foxy
lot.
Foxy and Ian been my mods the longest. Danikin. There's one I ain't never modded yet, but she told me if I ever need her as a mod, no one's there. That's their do it for me.
Heck yeah. Well, you're definitely well loved enough in the community.
Oh, what's going on, Ian?
All right, Griff. Well, I'm gonna step down off of here. My wife just messaged me. She told kids lights out in 10 minutes, and I know what that means.
Yep.
So, so I appreciate you letting me come up, man. Really, really do. Fix my mic. Is it not? Is it not doing good?
Yeah, can Oh yes. First we got Gina.
Man, well, I'll see you later.
All right, see you later. Thanks for coming up, Tommy. You should have kept your belt truck, Gina. Oh, hey, she did ask. I just noticed that. It's like, wow. Now I was going to add Tina if Misfit was gone. Can't do that now for a little bit. Secure Aquatics going this late at night? There's my computer messed up. Hey, Secure Aquatics stream's still going by the looks. Ah. It's invisible. Yeah, it's David Sherby back. She got super bodied. Oh, done that stuff again. Oh, I forgot you was there, Bunny. I'm sorry. I didn't get one either. I was just making sure. Hey, Turk.
Hey, I don't think Q shut down her stream properly.
Oh, I was like
Wait a minute, my
10,
bad.
10:30. It's like, why is she streaming this late at night for?
No, she didn't shut down her stream properly, so it's stuck with where she's not streaming, but if you click on it, it's got the little circle run around.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you
Okay,
guys
sure
want to,
not.
how long do you want to stay up?
I probably think about going 5 more minutes. Shut
Can you
down
do
10:30.
20?
I do 20.
All right. Look, here's the deal with temperature. All right. Tropical fish. Yeah, we always hear our hobby is about tropical fish, but that's not true. It's not true at all. There's only a few truly tropical fish in our hobby, and that
Yeah.
is discus, angelfish, and rams. Those are basically the only three you're going to see on a regular basis that are truly tropical. Now, when dealing with truly tropical fish, we there was actually specific equipment made where the Eheim heaters were the only ones on the market that could go into triple digits. And you would say, "Oh my God, why would you take a fish to triple digits? They're gonna die." Well, no, they're tropical fish. Believe it or not, it is a common practice, at least back in the day. I don't know how much they do it now because it's so hard to find actual heaters off the shelf that'll go that high. But a lot of the common, what's the word I'm looking for? Not nematodes, protozoans. The most common protozoans that affect tropical fish will be killed off at about 92, 93, 94 degrees. All right, they'll get killed off. So if you take your angelfish, your discus, and your rams up to 100 degrees and leave them there for 2-3 weeks, that's going to kill off just about every freaking living thing that an angelfish, discus, or ram or any other tropical fish has to deal with.
Yeah.
That's what happens during the dry season when all the water leaves and they're stuck in these pools and that sun is beating down in those pools and the pH drops because of all the rotting material in them. And they go through that. It's almost like a health spa to them, you know.
Yeah.
It's getting rid of all those internal organisms that's giving them trouble. And that was always a big thing for the big large scale breeders that did at that time, was that they actually called it cooking my angels or cooking my discus. I'm going to cook my discus, meaning I'm going to give them a dry season. It's going to get really, really warm, and all their internal protozoans that can give them stomach problems and they're not eating properly, it basically just kills them all.
Yeah.
Right? So those are tropical fish. Now, I understand that we all grew up with the terminology tropical fish. So, but now you get into the next one down is subtropical. Okay, if you take a which an awful lot of the fish that we think of as tropical are actually subtropical. They do not have the gill structure to tolerate temperatures above, let's say, 92 degrees. Right, where tropical fish can go higher than that, but a subtropical fish is not going to go higher than, I'm throwing a number out there. I'm sure there is a range somewhere printed in material, but you know, it's always going to be a thing where, oh gee, it died at 92 instead of 93, you know. But subtropical is where an awful lot of what we think of as tropical fish actually fall. They do not have gill structures good enough to extract oxygen out of water above, let's say, 90 degrees, just to throw a number out there.
Yeah.
Okay. But they can go a little bit lower, where I think everybody knows if you take, you know, your discus, your angels, and your rams, if you take them down lower than, let's say, mid 70s, they're not going to like it. They're going to be stressed out, you know, that whole thing. So that's your subtropical range. Is they don't tolerate the high temperatures, but they don't really tolerate the low temperatures either. You know,
Yeah.
they don't like it. They'll die. They'll stress out enough to where they're going to die if they go below that. Then you come into the next step down is temperate. Okay, temperate is they can take a wide range. Okay, those are like goldfish. Goldfish can tolerate temperatures below 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And they can tolerate temperatures above 90. Meaning they have a gill structure good enough to where they can still get their oxygen demands met. They'll be super, their metabolism's going to be super high. You're going to see a lot of red finnage because they're pumping blood so much. But anyways, that's what temperate means. Temperate means they can take a wide range in temperature. All right, they can go above, whereas say you can take, I'm using goldfish as an example, but you can use white cloud mountain minnows, whatever. All right, you can take them up to those upper temperatures, but they're going to be distressed. Their metabolism is going to be so high that it's not beneficial to them, and they're going to eventually die if it stays that way in that condition for a long time. Okay, but they can also tolerate the lower temperatures where they can go down below 50. All right, they're not going to eat. They're going to go into a comatose state. They're just going to hang out and wait for shit to warm up. All right, so those are your temperate species. They can take a huge wide range of temperatures. They don't like either one, don't get me wrong. Just like subtropical doesn't like super hot, and then they just fall apart when it gets cold. So every species is going to have a range, and it's going to be within, one of those that's going to do it. Then your actual cold water species means that when you say they're a cold water fish, that actually means that if you warm them up, they will fall apart. That means they do not have the gill structure to take, as the warmer the water gets, the less amount of free floating oxygen in the water there is. So, and even then, and it's not just an oxygen thing, because you can supersaturate oxygen in a warmer environment, they still just fall apart. And that'll be, like your trout species, you actually have to travel into the Arctic Circle to find true cold water fish. Okay, they're rare. There's not that many of them, and yada yada. I don't really want to get too much into it, but I kind of wanted to say that it'd be really nice if we all could just learn the terms so we can actually talk about things and get on the exact same level, instead of just throwing out terms that actually have meanings that go against what those meanings actually are. So that's the only reason I brought it up. I really didn't mean to piss off Bunny Viper and all of that. I get it, but I honestly think that if we took the time to learn these things, and these are simple things, that they truly are simple things, that we as a hobby could get together and actually communicate better. Whereas, like, it's really big in the goldfish forums. What's the perfect temperature for a goldfish? You know, you got people over here saying, well, they're a cold water fish. Then you got the people over here saying, well, they tolerate temperatures over, and all they're arguing could simply be stopped by saying, look, goldfish are temperate fish. They can tolerate colder waters. They can tolerate high temperature waters as well. And it would make things so much easier. And it's just a matter of learning what the actual terminology means.
Yep.
And another thing that people don't understand is you take a large body of water. I'm not talking your goldfish pond in your backyard that's 50 gallons. That's not what I'm talking about. But you take an honest to God pond in North America somewhere, just because it's got ice over the top of it does not mean all that water is below a certain temperature. Believe it or not, depending on the depth of the body of water, it can be 50 degrees below the ice in that water. So that pond or that lake has got 4 inches of ice on it. But if you drop a thermometer down and go down 3 feet, I'll bet you 10-1 that water's 49 degrees. And I'll bet money on it. Because when you dig a hole, a big enough hole, you get closer to the core. Our planet is constantly putting out heat. All right. So all that heat is going to the bottom of the lake. And then as that rises, it rises slowly. By the time it gets to the surface, then it's really cold. But the fish are down where it's warm. So just because you see a lake and it's frozen over does not mean that those fish are exposed to temperatures below 50 degrees. They just simply seek down, they go down to the deep parts and they hang out. They go into kind of a semi-comatose state and they don't eat. They just kind of hang out there going, yeah, this is about the warmest place we're going to be. And they wait for spring. So, I don't know. It's just a matter of, I would appreciate it if, I honestly think we could bring a bunch of people together if we actually used proper terms and people understood what those terms meant. Because I see it in social media all the time. Oh, this is a cold water fish. And I'm over there going, yeah, no, you're kind of confusing the term. It's not actually a cold water fish. It's a temperate fish. And if you understood that it was a temperate fish and you knew that it can actually tolerate temperatures way warmer than what you're talking about, yada, 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 yada. That's all I'm saying. And all I'm trying to do is, like me or not, I'm going to try to teach you guys people fucking shit, whether you like it or not. And I seriously think a lot of bad conversations can be avoided if we were just all on the same page on what means what. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I appreciate you for giving me time.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, buddy.
Nice. See you later. Burnett Springs. That sounds like a cool place. All right, Chris. Have a good night. Pretty cool. Yeah, I was like the two. You gotta look at the tank. It looks like the two flagfish I pulled out. Both of them were females, so I gotta pull them males out. No, buddy. Ugh. That's true, alert. Oh man. Anybody? Let's see here. Nope. Well, I'm gonna shut her down and try to get these two flakefish out of this tank and get them in the other tank. Well, thank you much. Thank you for coming. Keep your fish swimming. See y'all next week. Peace out.